Welcome to VSB News Online for this Remembrance Day, Tuesday, November 11th. I'm Peter Cattell. Bermuda political scene is in a flap today over an alleged confrontation at the Sands South polling station between opposition leader Mark Bean and the OBA's office manager Tony Daniels. So serious is it being taken that the police have become involved.
The Bermuda Police Service has confirmed that it is conducting inquiries into a complaint made following an incident that took place on Thursday, November the 6th, outside the advanced polling station for constituency 33 in Sands Parish. They say no arrests have been made at this point, but the police are speaking to a number of witnesses to establish whether any criminal offence may have been committed. According to a release from OBA chairman Senator Lynn Woolridge last night, the incident involved what she termed a foul-mouthed tirade against OBA official Tony Daniels by opposition leader Mark Bean. In view of the police inquiries, VSB has decided it will be inappropriate to repeat the full content of the OBA chairman's statement, as it contains allegations that might form the substance of any future criminal proceedings. Brian Darby reporting for VSB News.
A large number of residents and visitors gathered on Front Street at the Cenotaph this morning to honor Bermuda's war vets and show that they understood the 100-year-old message, lest we forget. For the first time, there were more vets in the special reserve seats than there were marching in the parade. But the occasion was enhanced by the presence of 30 members of the British Army here for the Rugby Classic, who donned their uniforms and joined the march. VSB News offers the following excerpts from the hour-long service for those who were unable to attend.
Left and right, big cut!
Finance Minister Bob Richards is getting flack from the opposition for making a deal with the Canadian government over a new Bermuda airport without giving other companies and countries a chance. But when asked by VSB News' Brian Darby if he wasn't moving a little fast, he had this to say.
Well, it hasn't been quick enough for us. We've been working on this since May of this year. The need to ramp up the Bermuda economy, the need to create jobs is very pressing. Yet at the same time, the financial discipline that we have committed to the government has prevented us from just sort of going out and borrowing a bunch of money and starting to build things around Bermuda. So we had to find that right balance. And when I was informed of this type of model, I said, this is something we can do.
Do quickly.
And do quickly, yes.
Can you give us a rough account of what the budget figure is? What are we looking at?
We're not quite sure, but I think that certainly it's probably in the range of 200 million, plus or minus millions.
Airport manager Aaron Adderley dealt with the issue of what kind of income streams the developer would be able to rely on. For example, the proposed fees for a Bermuda-controlled air traffic control system in the mid-Atlantic.
That's certainly one aspect that's under consideration. What we'll be doing between now and the time that we break ground, we'll be looking at a number of different financial options to make this project financially viable. So that may involve including those revenue streams that you speak about, but those are the sorts of details that we'll be working through over the coming months.
Does the Bermuda Airport Authority exist at this time?
I think it's just a department at the moment. But
That's where we're going.
Yeah, that's right.
And the money, the revenue stream will include everything from the concessions for an airport.
Concessions from the airport, the departure tax will be a major part of it as well. Everything that down there that will earn revenue. Matter of fact, I'm sure we'll be thinking and dreaming up more revenue streams that can accrue to the airport to help move this thing forward.
That's not your job, so that's the job of the...
It's not my job, but I will be keeping a close watching brief.
Premier Michael Dunkley revealed in his post-throne speech press conference that it will be his government's aim to lower the cost of running the civil service by 5% in the year ahead, and that he will be looking for the unions or their support.
Too often, the narrative around this economic period is one of cutting and austerity. This government has made it clear it is committed to controlling public expenditure, and the coming fiscal year will see a further 5% reduction in the operating expenses of the public service. Achieving that will certainly not be easy, but we are committed to working with our partners in the representative unions, and I am confident that they share our desire to run an efficient public service. On a more positive note, there are new revenue opportunities on the horizon, and as the throne speech has signaled last Friday, this government will lay the groundwork for their success in the coming session. And they include the America's Cup. This iconic sporting event represents a potentially significant boost to our economic fortunes, and the legislature will be asked to do its part by passing an act specific to this event. Hotel development. On Wednesday, my colleagues and I will proudly participate in the groundbreaking of the aerial sands redevelopment, which will support 70 jobs through the construction phase. In addition, phase 2 of the Princess development is ongoing, and the construction of the Princess Beach Club and its planned opening for summer of 2015 will certainly provide some more jobs. The Bermuda Limited Liability Company, LLC. This new corporate vehicle will be another feature available to those who seek to do business in Bermuda, potentially increasing the number of fund and asset management companies and insurance-linked securities operating as part of our international business sector. radio spectrum fees, a new structure designed to encourage greater competition to the benefit of the consumers and to generate revenue in support of government services. Now, these are only a few of the highlights of the ways in which this government is going about the task of increasing economic activity. There are others, and we will continue to be open to any further opportunities that present themselves.
In sports, the World Rugby Classic continued at the National Sports Centre last evening, and there is a new leader in the Bermuda Optimist Open Championships. Earl Baisden has these two stories and more in our latest sports report.
The 2014 World Rugby Classic continued at the National Sports Centre in hot and humid conditions last evening. A total of 52 points were scored between the four teams on the second night of the competition. An entertaining opener went down to the wire with Argentina defeating Canada 28-14. The two teams traded tries and conversions in the first half that ended 14-14, but Argentina was able to get the all-important go-ahead try in the second half that proved to be the winner, and then they scored again in the closing minutes to earn the win. Argentina got tries from Maximilio Nani, Bernardo Satoni, Lucas Borges, and Giulio Balassi, while Federico Todeschini and Felipe Contamoni kicked two conversions each. Canada got a try from Derek Daypock and Morgan Williams, while Daypock also registered two conversions. The second match of the evening saw New Zealand shut out their opponents from France 17-0. New Zealand got tries from Charles Hoare, Bruce Riella, and Craig Ireland. Ireland also kicked two conversions in the win. The Bermuda Optimist Open Championships, hosted at the Eastham Minia Club, continued just outside the Town Cut Channel. Leading the pack after 12 races is Carmen Coles from the USA with 30 net points. Tate Stefanuk is in second with 34 net points, and the defending champion Jack Corbett from New Jersey is in third with 41 net points. Sophomore Dage Miners finished 17th with an 8K run time of 28:50 to lead Franklin Pierce University's men's cross-country team to a third-place finish at the Northeast 10 Conference Championships hosted by Franklin Pierce. Miners and Franklin Pierce finished with 124 points in the 15-school team field. Following the 6 Bermuda Football Association First and Premier Division make-up matches, we can now bring you the stats and standings of the First and Premier Division. A total of 26 goals were scored in both, combined with 7 goals coming in the Premier Division and 19 in the First Division. The Premier Division sees the PHC Zebras joined at the top of the table by Devonshire Cougars and St. George's Colts. They all have 10 points, with the Zebras and Cougars having a game in hand. Anton Russell from Robin Hood has 7 goals to lead the league, with Keston Lewis from Flanagan's Onions on 6. Shakir Smith from the PHC Zebras has 5 goals and is in third place. Keisha Bean from the North Village Rams, Mackie Crane and Mackay Simmons, both from St. George's Colts, all have 3 goals thus far on the season. The First Division is currently being led by the Boulevard Blazers on goal difference over Wolves. Both teams have 12 points, with the Boulevard Blazers having a game in hand. Devonshire Colts are in third place with 11 points, while Ty Vince Douglas from the Boulevard Blazers leads the league in goal scoring with 8 goals. Kyle Jones from the Devonshire Colts has 7 goals on the season, with Danye Taylor from the Boulevard Blazers and Timon Daniels from Crossroads both having scored 5 goals each. The PHC Zebras Going Home project took another step towards reality with a work rally at the Stadium Lane recently. Despite inclement weather, members gathered to put up the fencing and clear the grounds of debris. President Jonathan Bowles said, "We are moving closer to having Premier Division football played at Stadium Lane yet again."
So today we're making progress in regards to playing football games here at Stadium Lane again. It's been too long since the last time we played, and I'm just thankful for the PHC family, PHC members coming out to put up the perimeter fence.
Now, obviously, we all know it's been raining quite hard and steady, but to have people come out still in Kemet Weather, no, it must be a good thing for the PHC family itself.
Yeah, it's definitely a good vibe within the membership. Everyone's come together, helping out each other because we want to see football games return to Stadium Lane. So definitely appreciate it.
What's the time frame that you're looking at? I know you wanted to wait, but any idea of a time, maybe next season, maybe this season?
At the end of the day, we're making progress, and as you see, we're putting up the wrestling fence. And at the end of the day, we want to play sooner rather than later, but we haven't put a definite time frame when we're going to return. But definitely sooner rather than later is the game plan.
Now, late last week, you received a financial donation from the cashback program. Does that go a long way to help you in facilitating projects such as this?
Yes, it goes a long way in obviously paying for the expenses in regards to put up the fence, and just the expenses in regards to just paying for stuff so we could have games here again. So it's definitely appreciated from the Bermuda government. Also Bermuda Healthcare Services, they sponsor the club. That's very much appreciated. We got a grant from the Bermuda Foundation, that's appreciated. Ultimate Imaging, they also support the club. So it's definitely funds that are coming into the club and helping us progress, and we're just going to continue to progress with the help of them and others in the community.
I'm Earl Basden reporting for VSB Sports.
That's it for today's Remembrance Day edition of VSB News Online for Tuesday, November 11th. I'm Peter Cattell.